What up, world? It's your boy Jaystar, man. We got what do we got here? The Sunday night showdown, man, against the Packers and the Eagles, man. Man, it sucks my Packers are not playing good this year because this would have been a great game if they had been just, playing a lot better than what they playing this year. But since they're not, man, we gonna get into this though as we always do. Going over the defensive scheme, going over points per position, fantasy points, and everything like that. Looks like the Philadelphia Eagles are playing a 4-3 defense, and Green Bay's playing a 3-4 defense. I feel like injuries are going to change up some things for the Eagles because since we know they don't have Dallas Goedert anymore, because it probably would have been probably a bigger game for him. I feel like since 3-4 defense need to attack the middle of the field when you're passing the ball, so it's going to be whichever receiver is going to be lined up in the slot more. It's kind of crazy though because I feel like Devontae Smith kind of moves into the slot a little more, but AJ Brown came for being a slot receiver when he was on the Titans, so they both are in play in this game. I would say to be captains here, and let's see. Let's go. Let's see. Where are you at? Devontae Smith. And as well as I still even know, okay, so points, let me go over the points for Green Bay. Green Bay is only giving up 14.6 points to quarterback, which I have seen too. They've done a good job not giving up crazy points to quarterback. But running back, they're giving up 24.8. So that's the part where I kind of feel like that's what makes Hurts get in there because he does run and he does pass. So it's like the 14 to 24.8, could combine for him having like 20 something points fantasy. And then at receiver is where the Packers are giving up the most points, which is 32.2. So I definitely feel like that means a receiver could have possibly 20 or 30 something points fantasy, which pushed them at a captain, point. And then let's see, then at tight end was only 10.5. Kicker is about 7.3, so that's pretty high. I feel like could possibly make it into the lineup in a flex at least. Defense was about 6.7, so also I think defense could also possibly get in there too because it's almost close to 10, and it possibly could be 10. The same way I feel with the kicker being a 7.3, it could possibly get 10. On the other side though, it looks like the Eagles are giving up only 11 points at quarterback. Running back is 23.8. Wide receivers 31.1. So the running back and wide receivers where it's at. Tight ends only 9.8. Kicker is 6.2. Defense is 5.3. So maybe not a kicker, maybe not defense. But at least even tight end possibly could get in there, with 10 points. But like I said, so we got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. I feel like it's the best captain plays. If you want to toss in Sanders, being he is the home back, and maybe they do lean on him a little bit more with losing a weapon in Dallas Goedert. Maybe they do lean on the run a little more. Maybe they get up big and they lean on the run more because we do know Green Bay is giving up rushing yards and stuff like that. Not really touchdowns to running backs. They kind of they're pretty good once they get in the red zone and stopping running backs and stuff like that from scoring, but possibly, if I want to say if Paris Campbell is still out at linebacker, then it's possibly I feel like then Miles Sanders could rush in a touchdown or something like that. So possibly him too at captain. But besides that, if I said a flex play option, I don't mind saying Miles Sanders is a good flex play option. Let's take out Jalen Hurts here. Just want to see all the pass catching options here that I would think about taking. Let's see. Like I said, Eagles defense is cool. To put in there, I even said, well, Gainwell also catches passes out the backfield. So I could toss in him at 4,400. I've seen they've been using who is it? Not Boston Scott, but just want to see what he had that last game because I did see him get used a little bit. Okay, so Zach Pascal, I believe, gets a few targets. He was supposed to be their slot receiver, really. But him and Quez Watkins, really. So, Quez Watkins, where are you at? Right here, okay. I believe possibly, somebody like Quez Watkins could come out the backfield. If they do a 3 wide, set, he's more than likely to be in the slot. So, less chance of matching up with Rasul Douglas or Jair, which I still feel like Jair could get caught on this game for sure because he is going against a huge, big, strong receiver who can go up and moss you, man, and AJ Brown. So, but if they are having a tough time, then somebody like a Quez Watkins could be a good play. Since it looks like he's probably getting in a little bit more than Zach Pascal. I don't mind still taking Zach Pascal Jack Stoll, just one target. You could toss in a tight end and stuff like that too as well. It looks like he's probably going to be the starting tight end now. But it looked like I don't know why they went away from throwing anything really to their tight end, being that Dallas Goedert was such a big part of the offense before. I thought, they would probably go to their tight end more. But he is in play, like I said, because you're attacking the middle of the field. So I think there, and, Zach Pascal, also could be in play. Let's see. So on the other side here, man, tough defense, matchup and everything. I feel like if I had to take a captain, it would have to be running back. Since that is where they're giving up, 23.8 points there, almost 24 points. So, not AJ Brown, my bad. Aaron Jones and, let me see, Dylan. I thought he was running more last game, but maybe I was tripping. Yeah, I was tripping. It was the games before he was getting a decent amount of carries. But, so definitely Aaron Jones would have to be a play. I'm trying to see, because they're going to man up with Christian Watson. And it's going to be Slay on him. I don't know how good I expect him to do with Slay on him. And then he has Bradbury on the other side. I know Rodgers still going to take shots, I'm sure, because it's a man cover. So it's still one-on-one. You still need to give your best wide receiver a chance. And he has the speed. So could definitely say he could be in play because the targets will go his way. He has the speed to still get past, coverage and stuff like that on one-on-one. So could be a play still at captain there. I'm just trying to think of, like, the easiest spot would be Cobb. If Cobb was to get, mad targets, he has the easiest spot playing in the slot and things like that. So definitely would have to say he would probably be one of the best plays then to put captain if you was going to run this side at captain. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to take them off. I'm just thinking also now to go to all the flex options. It would definitely be Cobb, Christian Watson. Who else am I missing? Tyon, because it's a tough defense. So definitely want to kind of like dump it. If you're dumping it off, so get some like easy catches. If they backing up late, playing like a prevent type of defense or something like that, then it's going to be a lot of dumps to like Tyon. He can get there with something like that if they was losing big and they just, trying to pass a lot and take the easy route, then there's definitely a lot of Tyon there. You could take Crosby since they are giving up, 6.2, to kickers, but trying to see other pass catching options here. Oh, we still got Torrey, and he's still $600, so definitely would say him. But it's just that since Cobb has been back, Torrey was playing the slot, and Cobb starts there, so it would be like he'll be subbing in for Cobb or something like that. Maybe he does hit. I don't think he's done anything since Cobb has been back, basically these 2 games. So yeah, he's been kind of off the field. I'm trying to think of anybody else that might have been playing, but it don't look like there is anybody that's played. And it's weird because we have such a small depth at wide receiver now. So I guess they still are playing. Well, definitely Lazard will be in there, of course. But I'm thinking they're still playing Sammy. I've seen him out there, so yeah, he's still getting some targets. So if you want to take a shot at Sammy too as well, you can take a shot there. But definitely is Lazard. And Lazard, I mean, I should have possibly said, Lazard at captain maybe. Because he is a better probably contested catcher. But I just wanted to go with more of electrifying talent, with Christian Watson. And he's just been on fire lately, just really on fire. And if somehow Lazard gets, the harder matchup of having Slay on him and Christian Watson is over there with Bradbury, then it's probably, Christian Watson probably has the easier matchup than that way. But yeah, these are probably all the options here that I've thought about. And let's see. So we're going to go ahead and try to make a lineup here for this game. I do feel like this will probably be the last game the Packers actually put up a fight, since this game determines if they even have any shot at playoffs. I can't remember what player it was that I just saw talk about it for the Packers, but they was just like, basically if we lose this game, might as well start packing up your bags for whatever vacation, you plan on going to this offseason. It might have been Rasul Douglas. So I feel like this will be the last game they come out there and put up a fight. I also feel that they actually do have a chance to upset Philly because of the fact that they don't have Dallas Goedert. They look pretty bad against the Colts from what I saw. They didn't look as explosive as, as they was earlier in the season when it was 8-0 and things like that, and just going, cruising through everybody. It felt like it was just so easy, but it looked like they was having a harder time getting down the field. I feel like Jalen Hurts does run a little more in this game. Um, because of the fact that they might have a hard time. But if Packers plan on playing that prevent looking, no pressure defense on third down and short and stuff like that, and just giving up 5 yards when that's all they need to complete, then they just gonna get smoked. I feel like in this game because the receivers here are way too good to be playing off of them. But if somehow they actually change up their defensive scheme a little bit, because that I just don't get how ridiculous that was against the Tennessee Titans, that they would just give up 5 yards when the team only needed to get 3 yards right there, and passing and stuff like that on third downs, or 4 yards, and they just giving up 5 yards every time, like playing so far off, playing at 10 yards distance and things like that. So I don't know if they'll make an adjustment. I will hope they do. If they do, then I do see Philly having a pretty tough game here. Like it could be a tough game. I just don't know for sure how the Packers really scoring here to stay in this game, other than maybe Aaron Jones playing really good, because I have seen people trying to run on Philly, and we saw, I want to say 2 weeks straight, I feel like running backs have, been able to at least score, I think, on Philly. But people have been trying to run on them, and it's been a little bit having some type of success there. So I'm just trying to see. So it looks like I feel like I should go with a wide receiver. And I feel like A.J. Brown might be the play. Might just be the play. Devontae Smith will probably have an easier matchup. And at the same time, too, this team, what I noticed is that they're not really separating themselves too far in between when it comes to targets and stuff like that for these receivers. So they both can literally always do the same, amount of points. It's just that it looks like, let's say, 3 touchdowns there. A.J. Brown has 6 touchdowns. So it looks like they looking for A.J. Brown for more touchdown, and that's why I guess I would just go with him at captain in this game. Since I have the receiver here, I'm thinking I got to go with Jalen Hurts just because of the fact he probably throws a touchdown, probably ends up rushing a touchdown in this game. I feel like Packers would probably struggle if he is rushing the ball at all. I don't think they will do well against that. And then I'm just trying to see what else do I like a lot here. The Packers is giving about 7 points to kickers. Maybe I do go with the kicker. Like I say, I just kind of feel like they could struggle a little bit, and maybe they are kicking a little more in this game, not scoring as much. For the Packers side, though, if I'm trying to think, I'm thinking Cobb and Tyen is not a bad run back there. And I think a lot of people might be on Christian Watson and stuff like that, which I do have the price to get him, or Lazard here. This could be actually decent right here. I don't know if I would want a 3v3 because I feel like the Eagles should, not 3v3. What was that about to be? Yeah, it was a 3v3 if I take. I feel like the Eagles should be able to be up in here. So maybe the defense, because I think the Packers might struggle. So maybe something like this. I could see winning it. And if I wanted to replace anybody, it would probably be the kicker. And that gives me how much would I have? About 5,800 there. But that doesn't put me at anybody other than Quez Watkins could be a good play there too. So if I don't want the kicker, I can roll with Quez Watkins, since the Packers, like I said, giving up most points, I feel like is at receiver. So yeah, definitely Quez Watkins could be a good play. Like playing in a slot, like I said, has an easier matchup. So if I don't want the kicker there, if I don't believe he's going to get, past 10 or 9 points, something like that, I can also switch to that. I think the Eagles defense should be good, a good play. I feel like Packers should kind of struggle in this game. I don't think they really have the weapons to keep up scoring wise, and I feel like it's going to become a game where they're going to, have to just go to the easy play that the Eagles were willing to give up, like one-on-one matchups with, which is like Tyen and Cobb. So that's it for, this showdown, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all cash big for this Sunday night, man. It's your boy Jaystar, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.